So I think you're going to like Razer products just a little bit more after watching this video. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Okay, so here's what's going on. We have this lady here. I think she's a streamer. She doesn't have a link to a Twitch or anything, so I'm not sure where she streams. English is not her first language. I think she's from Brazil, because it's Razer Brazil that dropped her. Yeah, they kicked her from sponsorship. And the reason for that is because she was saying some stupid stuff. But of course, North American journalists are making a big deal about this. So what'd she do? She said all men are trash. Some that aren't are exceptions. And she tried to say, well, I said there's some exceptions. They're not all so bad. There's a few exceptions. Well, Razer wasn't having any of that. They're going to make her the exception. They said, regarding the recent days, we would like to make clear that the influencer Gabi Cattuzzo is not a Razer spokesperson and has never been a voice of the brand. She was part of a team of influencers that were called to use the brand's products. They go on to say that they consider this hate, and they are still gamers. Razer Brazil reinforces that Gabi Cattuzzo, and I'm probably saying that wrong, her opinion does not influence or necessarily reflect the opinion of the company, which is against any kind of discrimination towards any gender. How do you like that? This, my friends, is true equality. And I like it. This is how it should be. You shouldn't be allowed to sit up there and think, I think men's is trash. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. That's not cool. Like this whole all men's is bad movement. That's got to stop. And it's nice to know that we will also inform that the contract with the influencer in question will expire in the next few days, and it will not be renewed. So of course she can do no wrong, and the Daily Dot was quick to rush in and be there for her, and says Razer publicly shames her. And the reason that they're doing this is because she posts those pictures. She posts 45,000 selfies of herself a day. And guys go in there and say, she looks good and all that stuff. And of course, we're not allowed to do that. Think of that Gillette Razer commercial where the guy was going to just go approach a woman that was seen as a bad thing. The guy stops her. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing? You can't just go say hi to that person. You got to go on Tinder or some kind of dating app. It's stupid, but that's the world that we're being shifted into. So they are quick to defend her here. This will be the first of many. You're going to see the media uproar about this. This is going to be funny, but they say the Brazilian branch of Razer, the video gaming accessory rumor, has announced that it will terminate a contract with a female influencer over nasty comments that she made regarding this word right here, which we know is not the case. She was probably just going on and on. She says, according to a Twit Longer post, first translated by Google and confirmed by a Portuguese speaker, made by influencer Gabi Cattuzzo, the incident began when a comment made during a stream of hers from about 2 years ago recently went viral. It says, man is trash, and those who are not are exceptions. She wrote in her post referencing the comment from 2017. In her post, she goes on to explain herself. Her original comment was made in response to a male follower lewdly commenting on her body. My intention was, the phrase was, whenever I put something in which I leave 1% of a gap to be made a bad joke. A lot of men go there and do it. 90% of the comments are usually made by men. If you do not go there and make a joke, congratulations, you are the exception, and I thank you for that. So she's saying that it's just a joke, man. I was just kidding. I was just joking around. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean that thing. I mean, I said that there's exceptions. And it's funny. One guy apparently made a bad comment. And because of that, all men's is trash. All men's is bad. I hate the men's. Which is a pretty common narrative that we hear today about how bad men are. And, it's nice to see someone say stupid things like this and get called out and kind of pushed out. Like, hey, you're representing our brand here? And we don't like that you're going and saying that dudes are trash. Now, one thing I will say is this is 2 years ago. However, even though it's 2 years ago, and a normal person will say, well, she could have changed in 2 years. That's true, and I agree with that. However, if the roles were reversed and it was some dude, this wouldn't matter if it was 2 years ago. They would destroy that person's life. And we see that all the time. All the time. Something resurfaces that somebody said 5 to 10 years ago. And because they're a dude, oh my goodness, they get thrown into the woodshed, don't they? But, you know, this person says something that kind of goes with the main narrative that a lot of these media sites want to push. And, you know, they're going to go ahead and just run that into the ground. And she's such a saint, even though she's literally trying to, like, oh, I was just kidding. You know, there's exceptions. I said that there's exceptions. Isn't that okay? One thing that I'd like to point out is you would never see an American company do this. It literally takes Razer of Brazil. And don't be surprised if North American branch of Razer comes in and is like, you know, we're going to give this strong young lady a contract here. We're going to give her a contract. We're going to get her set up real good, make sure that she's comfortable. We're going to actually throw in all kinds of bells and whistles. Please, Daily Dot, stop shaming us. Even though the only person reading this post that you made is Yellow Flash to put on YouTube to talk crap about you because no one reads you anymore and you're just a joke. And we have some reactions from the gaming community here, which is always fun. Cliffy B, everyone's favorite C-U-C-K, literally wore a shirt one time, I think, that said gaming C-U-C-K. He's a sad dude. Sad dude. He goes to see what Razer's trending, and he does the Homer Simpson meme going back into the thing. Cliffy B, you're quite irrelevant. And then we've got Rafael Silva. Hi, your office in Brazil just openly defended a H-phobic, misogynistic streamer whose audience is openly going after that person and an ex-Razer Brazil brand ambassador. I wanted to check if you were aware of this and if you support this statement. So, of course, you know, they're going after the main branch of Razer, I guess. Razer Brazil is here, and this is their statement. And that's why I don't think this is going to hold. See this guy, Jeremy Rogers. Wow, Razer Brazil. Just wow. And I love this. I love this because this is hypocrisy here. Razer is punishing a Brazilian influencer for saying men are trash in response for being harassed 2 years ago. When do men ever get the same treatment? All the time. All the time. Because if this has been a dude that said, you know, ladies is trash 2 years ago, every single person that's tweeting right here, every single one of them, you gotta fire this guy. You gotta get rid. You gotta take his brand away. Razer, why are you sponsoring this misogynophobe? You gotta get him. You gotta take this guy out. I don't want you guys giving this guy money. And you know I'm right. You know I'm right. Because they totally would be, especially Cliffy B here. Oh, I can't stand him. I'm so glad he's off Gears of War. Even though I guess it's Gears of the Whammon now. But we'll see. I'm going to give that game a chance regardless because I'm a big Gears of War fan. But anyway, I really don't think that this is going to hold. I think that the main branch of Razer is going to come out, bend the knee, and say, whoa, here. No, of course men are trash. Are you kidding? Of course. Please don't write articles about us. Please don't write articles about us. Of course they're going to. But for now, this is kind of funny. So, you know, double standard as always. If it had been some dude, everyone would be wanting his head. But, you know, turn the horse around. And I'd also like to point out that they're not linking to what she actually said. We don't even know if any nasty comments were made. I wouldn't be surprised if this was just her going off into a tangent for no reason and saying, you know, oh, men's is trash. Because why not? I mean, that's the narrative now, right? So anyway, let me know what you think about this. Do you think this is going to hold? Do you think Razer will end up bending the knee for the Brazilian branch and she's going to get her contract back, plus more, actually, I would be willing to say. Make sure you still subscribed. That's important. Make sure you hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.